Okay, as you can tell from the title, this one is Sorry Crap. Why sorry crap? Why not beer and bollocks? Well, my friend, Church House Classics, he uses beer and bollocks. I use gin and groans, wine and wines, and I like to change them as I go along. Today I'm drinking Southern Comfort. Sorrow crap, stupid crap, whatever you want to call it. But before I get into the procrastination of crap, I would want to tell you a story about Southern Comfort. Many years ago, probably the late 80s, I was the beneficiary of a trip to Australia for two. And so I phoned up my brother who lived in America and said, "Hey bro, fancy coming to Australia for free, all expenses paid?" His only words were, "When do I leave?" That's a true brother. However, the Southern Comfort story part of it is that we bought a bottle in duty free, or I did, I can't remember who. Knowing my brother, tight-fisted bastard, I probably bought it. And we landed in Sydney. And bear in mind, in fairness to my brother, he had just flown from America to England, spent 2 hours maybe in Heathrow Airport where I met him. We then jumped on I think it was a 23-hour flight down to Australia, stopping off at, I think it was Bangkok, not sure, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so we get to Australia, Sydney. It's March time, so towards the end of their summer, but it's, pretty hot. So the fans are going in the room, and the thunderstorms or rainstorms, monsoons, whatever you want to call them, come in. And my brother and I come out of our, I want to say hotel room, it's probably like a motel because we're ground floor. And we came out and we stood in the rain because, being English, warm rain was something foreign to us. So we stood out there in the warm rain, bathing in it. It was lovely. One of my best experiences in Australia. There were some others, but we won't go into that. Anyway, the rain finished. We go back to the hotel room. Bear in mind, we are both jet lagged, but in fairness to my brother, he's jet lagged. So we down the bottle of Southern Comfort between the pair of us. My alcohol tolerance is usually better than my brother's. He's no slouch, don't get me wrong, he's no slouch. But a couple of times he's been caught short, shall we say, compared to me. That's because I'm a stupid drunken alcoholic. Anyway, so we're in the room. We've pretty much, I think, destroyed the bottle of Southern Comfort that we bought duty free. And I think it was a big bottle too. But my brother and I are big ass mofos. Well, we were back in 1986? No, probably a little later than that. Maybe 87, 88, not sure. Doesn't matter. Irrelevant. Anyway, so we're BSing, I'm standing in front of my brother and we're chitty-chatting. And he decides to take his shirt off. Not something I wanted to see, but, he thought it might impress me until I dropped my pants, and then he was totally shocked. Anyway, in order to take his shirt off, being girly, he goes, like that. My brother's not a short person. Let me put it that way. 6 foot something. I'm 5'8" something. And the fact that I'm taller than him when we sit down is totally irrelevant. And when we lay down, I was definitely taller than him. But sorry, I digressed again. Anyway, so his movement to take his shirt off in the room where the fan is going full bore with its aluminium blades, he shoved his hand into the blades of the fan. Do bear in mind, this is Southern Comfort induced. All I heard was whang, and I looked at my brother, whose face was well, like the Grinch, very, very green. I think that is probably the only time I thought he must be a Martian. Or are they red? Not sure. However, he did not look good. Fortunately, all he'd done is bashed up his thumb a bit, which didn't matter because he could masturbate with the other hand. Boy, that was a fun time. Okay, you didn't need that story, but I thought I'd relay it before I get into all my political, well, maybe not political, but my rants. And talking of rants, I watched some Lewis Black rants recently, and I mean, I like Lewis Black, but anyway, let's go on. I want to talk about various things. Barn find preparation. Now, I watch barn find videos because I find them fascinating. You know, somebody finds this thing that's been sitting there for 150 years or whatever. Let's see if we can get it started, or let's uncover it, blah, blah, blah. Let's assume they're going to try and start it, and they're going to try and move it out of wherever it is. They're not prepared. They're doing a video, and they know that when they get there, 99% of the time, the tyres will be flat and the brakes will be locked. The odds of the engine turning over are remote. Surely, if you're doing one of these videos, you should go there with some form of compressor to initially try and pump the tyres up. And if not, you should have those, what do you call them, skates, that you can put underneath the car to move it. Because, you know, the brakes are going to be locked. I don't understand why they don't do that. If I was doing a barn find rescue, and if anybody wants to get me to do one, terrific, let me know. I'll be happy to do it. It's going to be in Arizona, sorry guys. I just don't understand why they are not prepared. You know, with simple things like a jump pack, fuel, a compressor, the tools to take spark plugs out, etc. It kind of pisses me off that it doesn't make it any more exciting. That's my thought. Okay, I want to throw one quick political thing in. Biden problems. Why the hell hasn't he been impeached already? It's ridiculous. There's so much evidence. Get on with it. Leave it there. Right. Where can we go now? Sorry, I've got a list here, and one of them is bouncing up and down. I can't think. Oh. Yeah. Fixing cars and fuck-ups. Now, I fix cars just for shits and giggles, make a few extra bucks. But if I fuck up, I have to pay for that. And I'm just what is classed as a shady tree mechanic. Now, yes, I am extremely good at what I do, but I ain't perfect. Sometimes shit happens. So I then have to say, it's my fault, I'll pay for it. When you go to a business, oh, we just discovered something else was wrong, and you have to pay for it as the customer. That's not right. All right. Parts. When you are buying car parts, excuse me, dry throat. You can go to the dealer, or you can buy it from someone like Rock Auto, AutoZone, Pet Boys, O'Reilly's, wherever. Depending on what it is that you're going to buy, you're better off not buying it from the dealer. And by the same token, depending on what you're going to buy, you're better off buying it from the dealer. If it's a ball joint, a control arm bush, a CV axle, shit like that, don't go to the dealer. One of my recent car fixes, and if you follow my channel you'll see it, it's a excuse me, a Mercedes E320. I said, okay, look, we need the 2 new CV axles for the rear. So he went to the dealer and they said, no, you don't need that. What you need is this bush, that bearing, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Would that have worked? Yeah, maybe. Why yeah, maybe? Because if you watch my video, you will understand that when grease comes out, grit goes in, and that fucks the shaft. So yeah, you can replace the gator. Hey, shit, maybe you get away with it. Debatable. Also, the labour incurred in replacing the boots takes the time for the job higher than it would just to replace the parts as a complete unit. And that that applies to a lot of jobs. I'm going to leave that one there. MAP gas. I don't know how many of you are aware of MAP gas. It's a little bottle that you can buy from your local auto parts store. It's a yellow bottle. There, I believe, is also a blue one, but I believe the yellow one is hotter. So that's what I use. When it's run out, you can't throw it in the trash. You know, okay, that's fair. But where can you get rid of it? No one seems to know. Now, I take mine to my local CarQuest, who deals with oxygen cylinders for your MIG welder, etc. So I figured they knew what to do with it. He wasn't sure if they could, but at least it was in the correct hands. Just something to bear in mind. Cordless tools. Now, there are many cordless tools. Sorry, my throat is really dry. There are many cordless tools out on the market, and you pick your favorite one. That's your choice. One of my favourite choices, and as it turns out, unbeknownst to me, is retro power in England, is Milwaukee. Now, I have a Milwaukee right angle drill, a Milwaukee ratchet wrench, a Milwaukee Dremel, and there was something else. Oh, Milwaukee drill. Or did I say that? Anyway, doesn't matter. And they all use the same battery. So to me, that's perfect. The cordless tools these days are so much better than they used to be. Using something with a cord on is a pain in the ass. That's just my little preference. Next topic. Oh dear. Bad writing. Now, this is nothing to do particularly with cars. I link to a number of news feeds. I try and get a broad spectrum of both sides. However, that's really academic. When I see a supposed journalist, let's try and pick out a couple of words. He'll say, if it's a car one, to do with brakes, B-R-E-K-S. Oh dear. Oh, it was their problem, T-H-E-R-E. There are many examples that I could obviously go into. I would have to write them down and note them. But it's poor grammar, specifically when they use current tense when they mean past tense. It's basic English. Now I know, yes, I am English. I am not perfect. Yes, basically. That's another one. That sucks. And like. There is very few instances where you need to use the word like or basically. Now there are instances, I will say there are, but basically, tell it like it is. You don't need to say basically, you need to say this or that. You don't need to say it was like this, like that. No, it either was or it wasn't. To me, it's simple. And I am no grammatical professor. People, you make your own choices. I think it's lazy. I watch it on Formula One, where they talk of deg and quali, because they're too fucking lazy to say degradation and qualifying. It's not difficult, it's not hard. Use the language. And you know, people like Martin Brundle, who I do have admiration for, use deg, quali, and there are other words, and I cannot remember off the top of my head what they are. And I think, good God, you just showed how fucking lazy you are when you speak and how ignorant you are. And there's no need for it, because I, for one, think Martin Brundle and people like him are not stupid, and they are educated. Let's move on to something else. Camera in car. Oh my God. I watch a number of videos on YouTube because it's something I enjoy doing, and I have the time to do it. In-car cameras capture morons galore. 1 second. Sorry. I have just purchased this. I'm going to put it in my truck. It will film the front, it will film the back, And I believe it will also film me as well. Not sure about that, but hey, why would it want to film me? The lens will crack. But it seems that these days you need it because there are so many scam artists out there and so many idiots. And when you watch the videos, oh, you did this, you did that, and I go, no, I got that on camera. You cut me off and stood on your brakes. I would suggest to everybody they get one of those cameras. Get on eBay, you'll find them cheap enough. Don't know what I paid for that, can't remember, doesn't matter. You go out there and find it because it's worth it. It could save you one hell of a lot of headaches. I think there was one more subject. Oh yes. Well, this one comes up so many times and really is one of my pet peeves. Sorry. And that is, if you're employed to do a job, do it. Now, I'm an avid spectator, armchair spectator of Formula One. I go to the races occasionally. And then they complain, well, you know, this bend is too fast, or, sorry, I got an itch, too sharp, or this, or that. I'm sorry, you are a professional person in a job. Your job is to, for millions of dollars, drive a car as fast as you can to achieve what you want to achieve. Now, if you're frightened of a corner because it's wet or the angle's too sharp or whatever, then you don't go through it as fast as the other guys. It's your job to decide that. You are the professional. This applies so much to various jobs, be it a doctor's surgery. Recently my wife needed a form, it was as simple as that, a form signed by the doctor so that she could go and have an operation. But he couldn't be bothered to get off his ass and just sign the document, which is his job. And there are so many idiots out there that can't do their job, and it pisses me off. I could go into a lot of examples. I'm not going to, because you're probably really pissed by now, or pissed off at least. So I will end this by saying, don't say like, don't say basically. Use the language properly in the correct grammatical tense. I am not perfect. I make mistakes, as my brother is happy to point out, but he makes them too. Then again, he's a really, really old person. Somebody asked me, how old is your brother? Is he as old as stones? I said, no, he's as old as dirt, because, you know, dirt comes before stones, doesn't it? Oh, I got that ass about face, didn't I? Too many Southern comforts. Is he as old as dirt? No, he's as old as stones, because stones become dirt. Geez, I fucked that up, didn't I? Oh well. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, comment. What the fuck? Make a comment. If I don't like it, oh well, too bad. I make comments on other people's videos and they get upset. Oh dear, oh my. Well, you said this and I didn't like it. Tough shit. You don't have to like it. You can respond however, which way you want. Or if it really pisses you off, you can just block me so I can't comment anymore. Freedom of speech. It's easy. Good night. Yeah. Where did they come from? Good night. Thank you all for watching. Do appreciate it. Please do like, comment, subscribe, but preferably to my car shit on the channel, because that's really more interesting than me prattling along.
Bye.
Oh, guess I better stop the camera.